Hello! What is going on? I am really excited. And we are so excited that you're here with us today.
Yes, we are.
And you know what, magic you have just landed on? You landed on the magic of the Holistic Life Show with Jenny.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to this.
And Jay. It's called like a fun intro. All right, guys, seriously. Whether you're watching right now live or you're watching the replay or if you're listening, I'm curious. Do you like when we kind of have a funky little intro, or you like no intro? Where it's kind of like, hey, what's up? This is where you landed. Hey, I'm Jenny.
Perfectly fine with the intro. Just kind of cue me into the intro before you.
We do it every time.
No, we don't.
And I go, oh my God, we're the Holistic Life Show. I'm Jenny.
Hi.
And when we introduce ourselves to people, we do the same thing. It's like, hi, I'm Jenny. I'm Jay. We've done it for a very long time.
Alrighty.
I'm so sorry that you weren't clued in. And thank you for sticking through us for that through that with us. So, what are we talking about today?
Stop fucking restarting.
That's right. And you know the thing with this is how freaking frustrating is it to be starting over. It's over and over and over.
It's pretty fucking frustrating.
And sometimes we do it subconsciously.
Definitely.
And don't even realize because we're going on an autopilot mode.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we know we're doing it, but we just aren't really sure what to or how to break out of it.
Or the third thing, we just don't care. We're going to do it.
That too. So we're going to chat a little bit about this today. And we've got some tools and some things we want to share. We have a fun little process on how to stop fucking restarting. And then we also got a little 3-step process for you too. So we're going to share that.
Totally forgot all this. And we talked about it 2 days ago.
Where has this man been?
Working.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful that you were working, but I even printed out our show notes for you to review as you fell asleep. So anyways, so let's get back into this. So, when we start and stop, we talked about this, so I'll prep you.
Yeah, just segue me in.
Yeah, okay. So we talked about how it's kind of like traffic.
Stop and go.
Yep.
All right.
Do you want to expand on that?
No, go ahead.
Am I going to have to ask you the whole time? Do you want to talk about this more?
Possibly.
Dude, what is going on tonight? I think we're in the Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone?
Twilight. So, all right. Real life. I'm stuck in this right now when it comes to my health and fitness. And it's I know better, but it's so frustrating to start over. And what I mean by this is if you've been on the wagon, we keep talking about the Wellness Wagon.
Yeah.
Right? That's the terms we've been using lately on some of the if you guys haven't seen some of our amazing articles, make sure you tune into our 2J Holla Facebook page, or you can go Jenny Holla on LinkedIn. We've been posting some amazing articles related to the business traveler, and one of them had to do with the Wellness Wagon. So the Wellness Wagon, right? Mm-hmm. Staying on, jumping off. For me, sometimes I'm all or nothing. I'm either all in or all out.
Right.
Okay? And right now I'm all out. Mostly. All out, yeah.
Okay.
Okay? And it's really frustrating because I want to jump back on the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I'm noticing is the start-stop process
mm-hmm.
is so exhausting.
Right.
And it's emotionally draining. There's a lot of self-sabotage.
Yes.
And I'm going through the Next Levelution program. And the Next Levelution program is basically for someone who's sick of starting and stopping with their wellness.
Right.
Okay? And so what I really want to do more than anything is I want to go back to the old ways and habits that I know work because they work. But then the question is, do they really work if I fall off of them and I got to stop and restart again?
I think it's yeah, that could be the question if they really work. I don't think that's the question.
Yeah.
I think the question is more of like, because clearly they work for a short period of time. So I think the question is more of like, okay, when do these things stop working, or when do what triggers me to like fall off or jump off the wagon, and where can I be more aware of when that is? Because I feel if people are more aware of the triggers, because the triggers don't go away. It's always going to be something else. It's always going to be, because you never pass the test and you're like, okay, yeah, that's done. There's always another test. There's always another level. There's always something else you're going to have to, that's going to challenge you, mainly because you're a constantly evolving human being. So what serves you now may not serve you 3, 4, 5 years. You're going to have to change. The only thing that doesn't change is the fact that things change. Change is inevitable, no matter what it is. So the things that did work for that time may no longer work now. So it's in that's our thing, because those things are usually our go-tos. It's like, okay, when I'm here, this is what I usually do. But now you're at a point where those things don't work anymore, and we're talking about like wellness here.
They don't work for the long term.
Yeah, they're not sustainable.
Because I don't want to. I'm like sick of stopping and starting. Right? Like it works, and it works anywhere from a few weeks, a few months to maybe a year and a half. But like I'm sick of starting and stopping. Where you're like all in. You're excited, you're eating good, you're focused, you're doing all that, you're losing the weight.
Right.
Because you're focused, which is great. I mean, the results are there. I mean, I know right now that I could jump in and do a 10-day, 40-day, X amount of day cleanse, and it will provide results. I will probably lose 8, 10, 12 pounds, and it will stop my cravings, and it will move me in that direction. So here's the thing. I don't think it's a bad thing to do something like that.
It's not.
But when that thing becomes your crutch,
right?
We noticed that. We noticed that like we were kind of leaning on the cleanses.
Right.
Because we would do the cleanse and then everything would be good.
Right.
And then we would be like, woohoo, Reese's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then...
Facts.
and then, you go crazy and you're so sugar addicted that you can't stop. Yeah. And then you're like, oh my God, I know I can do a 10-day and I'll lose weight and I'll get back on track.
Right.
And that's not a bad thing, but it's like, what is the intention behind it? What is the motive? And Next Levelution is all about creating the sustainability and doing something different than what you have done to get extremely different results.
Right.
Lasting results. And so I am trusting the process.
Which is sometimes challenging to do within itself.
Yes. But I'm also, because I fell so far off, it's like, have you ever like been really fit and working out and then like you stop for whatever reason for an extended period of time, and then when you go back to it, it hurts.
Oh yeah.
And you can't breathe, and you're like, God, this fucking sucks. I just want to be back where I was.
Yep.
And then it just creates a cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's really, that's really like all of that muck. I don't know. I just am kind of thinking like that's the topic. And if you guys are going through the same thing, let us know. Or you don't have to let us know. It can be a private message if you don't want to blast it out there to everybody. But,
I think it's well, I don't think it's more of the mental hangups, the mental objections. And going back to what you were saying earlier, yes, you can do something that's a quote unquote quick fix, but that's not the issue, because those things work for the period of time. But it's creating those little habits and those little skills that like we're gonna talk about FOMO next week, but I'll touch on that when we talk about FOMO. But it's like when you're having those cravings, like we had had a meeting today, and we had lunch, and then I walked home, and I was gonna stop in the store and get some cupcakes. Mm-hmm. Wasn't hungry at all, not hungry at all. But I noticed that trigger. I even was aware of when we had lunch to make sure, like. This place doesn't tell you they have smaller bowls. Maybe they do the first time you go in, but I don't even remember them telling us that. But they have these It's a poke bowl place. They have these huge ass bowls, and then they have smaller bowls. The big bowls you get like 3 proteins and 5 toppings. The smaller bowls you get like 1 protein and 3 toppings. But the smaller bowl was like more than enough. So I was mindful going in. It's like, we're going here. This is what I'm doing for lunch. And then going home, wasn't hungry. Definitely satisfied as far as hunger came from. I was like, oh, I want a cupcake. And I was like, no, you don't. You don't want a cupcake. Or why do you think that? Like, you're full. Is it just because, ooh? And it kind of ties back into like what you were talking about when we were talking about this the other day. You've been working a lot. And so your thing is like, I'm not going to talk about the other thing because unless you want to bring it up. The Wawa thing. But, snacks is a fun thing. I've been working, so I'm going to have a cupcake or whatever. And in moderation, as you guys know, anything in moderation is okay, but it gets to the point where you start going to that, like, oh, today's a stressful day. Let me get a box of Ho-Hos.
It's interesting because, as we talk about all this, my triggers, as I've become very aware, my triggers are, like Jay was saying, stress. If I've been working too much and I don't feel like I have fun, because fun is one of my main values in life. And so if I've been working a lot or putting a lot in and I'm super wiped out, like the sweets or doing something like that is like, it's related to fun.
Right.
Usually it's fun and it's stress. It has to do with fun. That's the thing.
I mean,
the trigger for me.
Working through this process, guys, you're seeing us work through this process live, actually. Yeah. But it's like, okay, I'm working to the point where I'm stressed out and I need this. Instead of realizing or being self-aware of, you know what? I need to stop. I need to pause. But then, there's a whole lot of things. That's why I say this is a mental mindset thing, guys, because it's a whole lot of things that go into this. It's like, oh, if I don't work, like a workhorse, people will look at me like I'm not doing my job. And if I don't do my job, it's all these things that our mind creates. These fears, these stories, these nonfiction stories that we create, that we start to mentally read and start to believe. We start projecting these things, and then it trickles down to, oh, I have to bust my ass. I'm working 8 hours. I'm stressed. I'm not having fun. Oh, let me eat sweets. Oh, I fell off the wagon. Whatever your
trigger is. Maybe you do salty. Maybe you do...
Whatever your trigger.
Whatever. Sweets is for us.
Right. Get both of us.
Not trigger. Literally. That's our... Actually, talking to my good friend today, we were talking about this with the triggers and stuff. And she's like, some people choose to like unwind after a stressful day by drinking.
Yeah.
Like alcohol. That's their vice. And she's like, looks like sweets is becoming your vice because I haven't drank in 2 years. And I said, maybe... But also sweets has always been my thing. Yeah. It could be amplified because I'm not drinking, so maybe it replaced, because I did think today, and I haven't thought this for a while, but I did think today, I was like, man, before I go home, I would love to just go somewhere and have a drink.
It's the second time you said that.
But the idea of the drink.
Right.
Because it's like, oh, you're there, you're unwinding. It's like a chance to unplug, have a little fun.
Right.
So I think the thing is like, how can you fulfill that need in other ways? And so do you want to transition and talk about?
Yeah, let's talk about this. Because this is a good conversation. We definitely can go over with this one. But let's definitely talk about the three ways.
Well, hold on. Let's back up because we've got a little acronym for you. How to stop fucking restarting. It's CTFO.
Chill the fuck out.
Yeah, but it actually stands for C is chill out. Okay, that totally makes sense, right? So chill out, because if you're restarting, like, think about the chill out thing. Like, we get so locked in to a way maybe things have to be or should be or what we would like them to be or what we feel pressured for them to be. And so a good common example of this is a lot of times it's like, oh, I should be working out for an hour.
Right.
I should be eating certain things. I should have X amount of meals a day, like whatever those like pressures are. And so when it's not happening, we can start to get stressed out, which can lead more into the trigger or more frustration. Or even let's talk about like frequency. Oh, like you talked about the frequency of working out with like cardio and strength.
Right.
Talk about that a little bit. Okay, do you need
jog.
to...
Yeah, jog.
Okay, so like where cardio has to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. So like overly structured, and then there's overly structured. You know, like okay, my rest day is Wednesday and Saturday. But cardio is Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. Strength day is Monday and Friday, you know? And instead of just like, this is what I feel like doing today. I know I need to be active. What do I feel like doing? And it's like me and my best friend, because I was thinking about this as we're creating this thing, and, you know, people who would have the excuse or objection rather, I don't have time to work out. You know, we feel like a workout has to be within a certain time frame window or whatever. Like, I don't have an hour to work out, so I can't work out. I don't have an hour, 30 minutes to work out, so I can't work out. So what we've been doing is we've been throwing little challenges back and forth. Like, for an hour, this is what you do. Like, and we're totally A-type, so you might hear this and be like, oh my God, you guys are extreme. But yesterday it was like 25 push-ups, like every hour, not on the hour, but just within that 60 minutes, you had to do 25 push-ups. And like, this dude walks around, so it's not like he needs to do this, but you know, he's just one of those people who likes the extra challenge. But I've been sitting a little more while we work on this stuff, and it's just a way for me to get up, kind of reset, and still get some activity in, because there's days where, depending on what I'm working on, I could go from 9 to 9.
Crystal said, so me or your other best friend?
Hi, Crystal. The other best friend. Come on, Crystal, we talked about this. So, you know, but within that 60 minutes, we did like 25 push-ups. Whatever. So today,
she said, so not me.
So today it was like squats. He was like, yo, we're doing 25 squats. And I was like, squats, you bastard. But anyway, so, and it's little things like that. If you think about it, even if you like miss an hour and you do 5 or 6 hours, or let's lowball it, 4 or 5 hours, you've done 100 squats for the day. Mm-hmm. You know?
And it's just broken up. I mean, so if we go back into like stop fucking restarting, we said CTFO, right? So we said C is chill out. T, trust the process.
Yes.
F, flexibility, which is the example we've just been giving about like, you know, think of other ways to integrate this in.
I got ahead of myself.
That's okay. No, it's perfect. And O is open-minded. And Echo is a part of the conversation now. So O is open-minded. And it's basically just, it's helping you to reframe. So whenever you feel like you're restarting or you're about to restart or you're getting triggered, just remember CTFO.
Right.
And you can even tell yourself, chill the fuck out. Or you can say, chill out, trust the process, be flexible,
and have an open mind.
Have an open mind. So that should be super helpful. And then that's just like something that you can take to reset. And then we have a 3-step process that you can totally integrate ASAP to start moving in the direction. And this is what you're excited about before, but you forgot about the CTFO.
I'll get excited again.
Do you need a trigger?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, this guy. He didn't read the show notes. So, all right. So our 3-step process is redefine, realign, and redesign.
That process, you meant our 3-step process.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I thought we had a 3-step process for this particular conversation.
And it's for this particular conversation too. So redefine, what does that mean for this conversation? Oh my God. Can you guys please like help me corral him for these shows? Like, I think you just come to laugh your ass off at Jay and me sometimes, both of us. Okay. So 3-step process.
Okay. I'm here.
Redefine.
Let's go.
What does it mean when you're trying to stop fucking restarting to redefine?
Basically, I mean, because we've been taught, we've been shown, depending on who we hang out with, you know, all that reflects on how we see how healthy should be. You know, you have to work out for an hour. You have to eat rabbit's food. You have to do this. You have to do that. You know, but who wrote that fucking rule book? Who says you have to do that? So basically, redefining means taking a step back and redefining what that looks like for your particular lifestyle, not your friend's lifestyle, not your cousin's lifestyle, not your wife's lifestyle or your husband's lifestyle, but your particular lifestyle. Redefining what healthy looks like for you.
It's like getting outside of the picture, right?
Right.
Stepping outside and looking at the picture and the frame.
Right.
So there's another visual for you. So realign. Realign is basically where you've redefined, you know, what it means for you, what you want to do, and realigning your actions, you know, to fit that definition, your new definition. Right.
Your new redefined definition of what health is. So taking those steps, creating those habits to realign that lifestyle.
Right. So, you know, taking that habit in the past that didn't serve you.
Right.
And recognize that, and then starting to ask yourself, how can I realign this so that I can create a new habit
that serves me,
right? And then redesign.
Basically, redesign is where you take the first two, you've redefined it, you've realigned, and now you're like, I'm about to rock this shit out.
Yes.
Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
Level up. Oh, we're not going anywhere. Okay. So this is when you're ready to make the change, ready to level up. And remember, CTFO.
And
chill the fuck out, trust the process, be flexible, and be open-minded.
And it happens. Like, life happens. Life is going to happen. So you're not going to get this and be like, yeah, got it. Something's going to pop up. But flexibility, you know, chill out. Like she said, chill out.
Yeah.
What was T?
Trust the process.
Yes, chill out, trust the process, be flexible, and have an open mind.
Yeah.
And once you start to look at that and start to see how it plays a part in what you want to create for your healthy lifestyle, things become totally easier.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still going to be challenging, but things become so much easier.
And that's what we're here for. Honestly, I mean, it's a process. You can do it on your own, but when you find out you need additional support, that's when you...
accountability.
Yep, you need the accountability and support. That's where we can come in and help you and really be there. We actually are going to be opening up the doors for a beta test for Next Levelution, and it's only going to be... we have a limited amount of seats for that, so if you're interested, you definitely want to let us know, like, ASAP, because then we'll reach out to you and include you in that. It's going to be a lot of extra added value. There's going to be some financial... all the words that are coming to me aren't working. So basically, it's going to be...
Here's the deal. If you're ready to stop fucking restarting, you've probably tried to do this on your own. And your biggest thing is, you know, you need accountability. And you've probably been looking for accountability in the places that don't serve you. Like, the cool thing about this is we have a system set up, we have a curriculum set up, and get the chance to work with me. Like, you'll quit on yourself before I quit on you.
Yeah, so true. It's so true. And a lot of Jay's clients have said that to me, or, you know, through testimonials coming back, exactly what you said. He never gives up on me. And I know I have the advantage of being his wife, but I would say that times 10 is how he is with his clients. And so we are for sure opening the doors up to a beta. There's going to be a significant discount for those who are in the beta. Yep. And like I said, it's a very limited number of seats because we're starting to enroll in that right now. But once again, we're not going to just magically reach out to you. This isn't like an open blast type of enrollment. This is a very special invite type of enrollment. So if you want to be invited, you need to send us a message.
Let us know. And then we will include you and we'll chat and we'll explore and see if it's even a good fit for you and good timing and all that. Right.
If it's not, we'll let you know because we have a very specific amount of time dedicated to this beta and we want to make sure that the right people who are ready are in there. Bam.
She said it in such a nicer way than I would have.
We have missed the show, but we have been hugely busy, and we're so glad that you've been here with us today. Next week's show, we're talking about FOMO.
That should be a good one too.
Yeah, FOMO.
I really like it when we're like just sitting and having a conversation. I don't even see the camera here.
There is no camera. What are you talking about?
Nothing apparently.
JK. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Remember to send us a message if you are ready. And most of all, CTFO.
She was really excited.
I don't know. I thought we would have done like a, CTFO. Like a sport thing. No? Okay. Well, keep that in mind. Remember what it is.
Hey, Jen, chill the fuck out.
No, I don't need to chill out, trust the process, and have flexibility and be open-minded. Maybe I do. All right, guys. See ya.
Mahalo.